What I would ask any woman who wants to be in her masculine energy, are you exhausted?
The topic we have for today, she just exemplifies it. Grace, poise, femininity.
I'm such a strong believer of continuous personal development.
Your Elite Branding Academy is doing fantastic.
We've done maybe 1,800 people across, I think, 31 countries.
And what's the importance of self-care? Because what role does it play in femininity?
If you're going to focus on those things as excuses for why you cannot be feminine, you will never be feminine.
Can you just take us through the mindset shift?
It goes beyond the making of the nails and making of the hair and the spa dates.
Because she's struggling with this in the marketplace, in her business, in her career.
A man's kind of power is like a hammer. Women, ours is like a needle. It'll prick you. It's gonna hurt.
It's a question that has been burning on my heart.
See, I'm a first daughter.
Me too.
So, welcome to the family.
Welcome to another amazing episode of On Her Own Lane, the pod. And with me, I have an image and brand consultant. She is someone who walked in and I was like, the topic we have for today, she just exemplifies it. You know, grace, poise, femininity. So I'm sure you know who I'm talking about by now. We have the one and only AYANIME EDEM with us today. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me, Dami. Do I say Dami or do I say Oluwa Dami Lola?
Just keep it simple. Dami's fine.
Okay, no problem.
Dami's fine. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations. I mean, your Elite Branding Academy is doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, the fact that we have women who can look for when they want to have, a switch and they want to be more feminine, they can come to you.
I like that.
They can come to you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us more about, the company and the services you provide? Let's focus on you as a person before we go into the knowledge that you have.
Okay, so the Elite Finishing School, it is a finishing school. I think the name says it, but sometimes people don't know what that means. They would say, what do you mean by a finishing school? So it's more like a soft skill development school. And we have courses that cover how to dress, dining etiquette. We're working on a femininity course. Now we have something on dating. So it's essentially for any woman who wants to develop herself, because I'm such a strong believer of continuous personal development. So that's what we're doing now. So far, if I want to take a look at the numbers, like across the courses, I would say we've done maybe 1,800 people across, I think, 31 countries.
Wow.
So, that's where we are now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have transformed 1,800. Wow, that's
we're
beautiful.
trying.
No, blow your drum. Don't be too humble.
Yeah. I'm trying.
You're doing really well on your own.
Thank you.
So let's go into, a woman as a whole, her day-to-day lives. How can a woman on her own lane embody and embrace femininity? And what's the importance of self-care? Because we hear self-care. What role does it play in femininity as well?
Okay, so for me, whenever the question of femininity comes up, especially in Nigeria, because you cannot take out Nigeria from this journey. You cannot. Because Nigeria is, Nigeria. Yeah. And a lot of the women I deal with, they have this tendency to say, anyway, you cannot be soft in this country. You cannot be feminine in this country. The bus conductor will do this. My boss will do that. So I just feel like that's a mindset we need to just drop. Okay, because if you're going to focus on those things as excuses for why you cannot be feminine, you will never be feminine, because except you want to leave Nigeria, and even if you leave Nigeria and you go to another country, there are also certain things in there that you will use as an excuse. So I would say let's start from there. Let's just get it that it's possible to be soft in Nigeria. Even though Nigeria wants to make you hard, it's possible. So now when it comes to self-care, I just see self-care as pouring into yourself. That's just what it is. It goes beyond the making of the nails and the making of the hair and the spa dates and I don't know, what's another one, maybe like emotional check-in. It's you pouring into yourself. It is you essentially saying, I'm worthy of being taken care of. I'm worthy of feeling good. I'm worthy of I don't know. You know what I mean, right?
What you mean, I do.
So you just that's just what it is, and they rub off on each other. That's it. Because if we're saying that femininity is about you being soft, being vulnerable, being relaxed, being in your essence as a woman, how can you do that when you're looking all harried and rushing everywhere?
And,
it's not possible. So when you prioritize self-care, you're essentially just refilling yourself. So that's it. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Let's move on to what are essential etiquette rules? Because I mean, you're the pro. So we need to learn the rules and the regulations in this thing, you know.
Rules and regulations.
Oh, let me say, I don't even know what word to say because I wrote rules, but I want to make it more feminine. What are the tips?
I'll say guidelines. I like to say guidelines. Because when you say rules, sometimes it triggers people. It's almost like you want to put them in a box and tell them they cannot do anything or they cannot make any mistakes. So I always used to say guidelines. You don't have to do them if you think it's not for you. It's awesome. Yeah. Nobody's forcing anybody. But for me, I would say the very first etiquette, I think not just any woman, but anybody should practice is just learning people's names and using it. Because it instantly creates connection. It's when I walked in here, I asked everybody their name. I could have just walked in here and sat down and just, they'll start filming me. What's my business? But, when you ask people's names and you learn it, it has a way of opening the door to more conversation. So just learn people's names and use it. If it's difficult to pronounce, try. Have fun with it. Ask them what it means. The second one is respect for people's time. Right? I think that we live in a country where I don't know, maybe when you tell somebody it's 2 p.m., that's when they're leaving their house. I don't understand that pattern. Respect people's time. If you're running late, communicate. It just helps to, it just helps to foster better relationships, right? The next etiquette, I would say, has to do with dining. Even if you don't practice all the dining etiquette in the world. You see this one, chewing with your mouth closed? Please, learn it. I don't want to see your pepper and crayfish and fish mixing together. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, okay? Then also, clanking the cutleries on the plate. It can be a lot. And also just being a lot more socially aware. Be aware of where you are. What is acceptable? Because there's some places where certain things are not acceptable. You can't shout. You can't, be crass and crude and laugh at the top of your voice like the thing is so funny and you ha ha ha. Just be more socially aware. So those are the ones I can think off the top of my head. If I think of more, I shall tell thee.
And we're just having a discussion about if you keep making those excuses, you would never do it. You would literally still keep saying, I can't be feminine because of the way, the country is. But I want to be feminine, but then I can't be feminine. So you really literally have to pick what do you want. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing. And then you're an example of you can do it in Nigeria. And she's in Nigeria. We're not having this podcast anyway.
I always tell people, I said, this is how you can present yourself. Yeah. And even the universe will work to elevate you. Because I remember I was passing through, I don't always like to use the word ghetto, but maybe that's just the reality. We don't have to sugarcoat everything. I was driving past and I saw this, this house, these bacha houses. And there was this girl there. She had on this pyjama set, short and shirt. She had on very clean cornrows, very nice slippers. And she was just outside talking to somebody. And I just thought to myself, you don't belong here. So there's a way you present yourself, even in the hardship, but you choose to embody that softness. That if God, universe, whoever you believe in, will work together to take you out of that place because you don't belong there. You really don't.
It will happen. We've learned, guidelines. Yeah. So now we want to learn some common mistakes to avoid, especially in the marketplace where women, like we said, not necessarily just even in Nigeria, just generally, the way they say, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Yeah. And you have to plead with your games and you have to be assertive, you have to be strong-willed, you must show no mercy. That kind of, I don't even know the word to call it, but like ruthlessness, you have to be. And we are women, we're poised, we're elegant, we're soft. And that is our strong point. So what kind of advice would you tell a woman who... she's struggling with this in the marketplace, in her business, in her career, even as in her day-to-day life. She's trying to struggle between, I need to assert myself, but I need to assert myself without being aggressive. I
always tell my clients to envision it this way. a man's kind of power is like a hammer. It just comes here, but everybody's like, what's going on? That's the way men display power. Women, ours is like a needle. It'll prick you. It's gonna hurt. So they may not even know something has happened, but you felt it. Something pricked you, right? Yeah. So I think the struggle is when we as women, we feel like everybody must know I'm powerful. Oh. Everybody must know that thing, I was the one that did it. Everybody must know that this is me. Like, I've arrived. That's the problem. Yeah. But that is not. I just wish we can celebrate our differences and understand that is not how we have to operate. Maybe in your professional life, in your business, in your career, that's not the way you have to operate to be respected, to be seen as an authority. And I will say this because I have done a 9-to-5 job, and I've been in spaces where I've seen women wield unimaginable power without ever shouting, without ever raising their voice. I'll give you a very relatable example because I like to tell stories just to illustrate. So one of my closest friends, when she was in university, she was the president for Pharmaceutical Youth Association, something like that. If I get it wrong, please, the pharmacist in the house, forgive me. But she's a pharmacist and she was the president for the youth, like the national youth, body. Okay. And they had this event in Abuja and they invited vendors. It was a big one. They even had international guests and everything. And they had a space for the vendors. And, she was walking past when she was telling me the story. The vendors had moved and they were men. They had moved past where they were supposed to be. And she went and she said, please, can you guys move back? You're blocking the way. And they got aggressive. Just vendors, I think.
You tell us?
Yeah, they got, especially the guys, they got aggressive. Madam, please, leave this place, that kind of thing. She just smiled and walked away. Went and called her second in man to go and tell those men to move. When she came back, they had moved. Now, our younger, us that hadn't started the journey, probably she would have stood there and shouted and raised her voice and gotten herself stressed because they were not listening to her. But she understood that, what, I have a tool somewhere. Why am I stressing myself? So she just went and called the guy and the guy came and did it. Who did it? Is she not the one that did it? Yeah. Are they aware? They're not. So I think we just need to learn how to be satisfied with working behind the scenes. Of course, not always, because there are nuances to conversations like this. Just be comfortable with things not having to be the way you think they're supposed to be. Where I'm the one that did it. Yes, it is control, me. That control thing. Exactly. And also, you don't have to be aggressive to make your point. Never. One of the most feminine women I have ever known in my life, who was my guardian in school, God rest her soul, never raised her voice at me. And she would make me feel worse. In fact, I would have loved it if she raised her voice, because at least that's what I'm used to now. Yeah. You shout at me, I'll frown my face, everybody will go back to their mother's house, Abby. Yeah. But she'll come to me, AYANIME, how could you do that? Why would you do something like that?
To get to your bones.
So you don't always have to be aggressive. Yeah. You can make your point without having to be aggressive. Just understand that.
Some people as well, it was the way, they were brought up.
Of course.
So it's the way it is in their family.
Of course.
It is the way it is amongst their siblings. It is the way it is amongst their friends.
You have to fight.
So you kind of have to fight. And when you start this journey, we're just talking about, there are a lot of struggles you're going to go through.
Yeah.
Can you just take us through the mindset shift that has to be done for you to stop this habit or start a new habit? When it comes to trying to embrace femininity and be more conscious of the fact that you are a woman, you are enough, like we said, and you don't need to be aggressive. You can have those things done and done well.
What I would ask any woman who wants to be in her masculine energy, are you not exhausted? See, let's start from the exhaustion. I'm sorry, you guys are amazing. Men are amazing because people are trying.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means to operate in your masculine energy? Hey, God. I remember talking to one of my friends. He's older, and I was like, I've been in my masculine energy. I've been in my feminine energy. And boy, I would never go back to my masculine energy. He said, hey, I'm tired of being a man. It was so funny. The way he just said it. He said, I'm tired of being a man.
The pressure.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
for me, at the core of it is the exhaustion. There's no how you operate in your masculine energy that you're not exhausted. Even now, we're trying to teach the men to just take out time for themselves, you know, because it's a lot on you. You are aggressive, you are going, I must go get it, I must do this, oh my goodness. So when do you slow down and start to be more present and more mindful? When do you start to take care of yourself? When do you, like, when? So for me, I would say the very first mindset shift is to understand that dwelling in your femininity is no weakness. It's just starting to see things differently and starting to see how you can make the people and the things around you work for you instead of you always working for things, because there's power in femininity, I'm not going to lie. And outside the benefits, you know, of just being more self-aware and more attuned to yourself, because I think a lot of women are so disconnected from themselves. They are disconnected from their bodies, from their emotions, from their feelings. It's almost like there's them and then there's the inner person, you know, and there's no connection. So this journey brings you back into yourself. You have to feel your emotions. You have to learn how to cope with them. You have to heal. You have to do the internal work. And it's beautiful. Like we're discussing it, if you can just resist that, if you can just walk through that first resistance. You know, when you're used to shouting, you know, say, I want to be a soft woman. I will not shout again. You think situations that want to make you shout will not come up. You say, I refuse to shout. And even if you shout, you forgive yourself and you promise to do better. So set all those habits that were normal before, right? It's going to take a lot of work to move past it, but it is possible. So for me, it's like, just don't see it as weakness. It doesn't mean that people are going to walk over you. It just means that you're now coming into a different kind of power. A different type. The one that you never even thought, like when you start to embody it, is beautiful, especially in your relationship with the other gender. It's very beautiful.
That's a topic for another day. A beautiful topic for another day. Coming into your own type of power. And you know, before we ask, because there's one question we like to ask, what success means or look like to you, it's a question that has been burning on my heart. And also we have like a question from an audience from our community. So I'd like to, let's start from there, then we flow into what success means or looks like to you. So she says, I'm a firstborn female and I've always felt like I'm expected to put others first. How do you think we can break free from that conditioning, you know, and still prioritize our needs while still being strong and feminine?
See, I'm a first daughter.
Me too.
So, welcome to the family. So it's, oh my God, especially the African first daughter. It's, I don't know. Sometimes I used to say maybe we need a retreat for first daughters.
First daughters, yearly,
biannually. That kind of thing. Because we are expected to give so much. We are expected to do for others. We are expected to be responsible. But quietly you're burning out. Psychologically, you've been put in the role of a mother, even when you don't even understand what that means. You know, when you have to take care of your siblings and get them ready for school and do all of these things. And the thing about that is, a lot of first daughters grew up being hyper independent. Independence is amazing because you need to have some sense of individuality, right? But hyper independence is even when the help is there, you don't take it. Because it feels like you're going to lose control. Or in some really, really bad cases, you feel guilty because since you've been trained to take care of other people, it feels like you're the only person who has something to give, right? So if you allow another person to take care of you, it's almost like you're taking advantage of them.
That burden.
So you feel guilty. But the thing that we don't talk about as first daughters who have been raised to take care of other people is the bitterness and resentment that lies underneath. When is it going to be my turn? Why am I the only one taking care of everybody? Are people not seeing that I'm tired? Why is it like, you see all of those questions? Slowly but surely, it builds like a well of bitterness. So as a first daughter, I always anybody that comes to me and say, I'm my first daughter, I can't do this journey, I have to do that. I say, listen, it's in the little things. Don't overcomplicate it. So let's say that you're in a house and you want to go into the kitchen and cook, and normally it's just you that goes there and every other person stays outside. How about next time you say, hi guys, please come and help me cut onion. Come and help me do this. Come and help me do that, right? If someone offers you help, how about accept, like just giving yourself the permission to accept help? Because the thing about hyper independence is that outside the fact that it puts you in warrior mode, which we talked about, it's exhausting, it starts to deteriorate your relationships, because some people will come into your life to help, but when you act like you don't need them, the ones that are genuine will walk away. I have had a client, a woman, who have had men walk away from her repeatedly. Why? Because she always acts like she doesn't need, I don't need you. Like, you know, that kind of thing.
Deep down.
So even when, deep down you're a little girl who wants to be held. And so how about healing that inner person and allowing her to come out and bloom?
Yeah.
Right? So as a first daughter, find the little things you can do to accept help. You know, things you can do. Just don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
If your siblings offer to do something, let me tell you how bad it is. My younger sister is with me now. I'm the one, you know, handling everything. But sometimes she will cook and then she'll serve me. I'll feel guilty. She'll serve. I'm like, okay, wait.
Yeah, I think
what
that
is this about?
Cultural, yeah.
What is this? Because I'm always the one taking care. So what is it? So I had to like say, you know what? AYANIME is okay if this girl serves you food. Like, it's the least she can do, because she wants to add value too. Yeah. But when you don't create that opportunity, you keep thinking that it's only you always giving, because you're not giving people the opportunity to actually come in and add value. So create that opportunity. If it comes up, don't feel guilty. Allow it happen. Flourish and enjoy. Take it in. And enjoy it.
Because you are, you know, like you said, you are enough in your work.
Yeah, exactly.
And then these people also love you. So they're also coming from a place of love.
Of course.
You know, and yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I feel like the question has been answered. Yeah. So we'd like to go on to you as AYANIME. What does success look like or mean to you?
What do you make it to be? I think it's ridiculous when people look at other people's lives and say, they're successful, that's what I want. But that's a goal they set for themselves. So how about you set goals for yourself and start smashing them, for lack of a better word? Because then you've essentially defined success for yourself, right? Because if I have a goal to say, I want to get this amount of subscribers or something, and I get it, and you look and you're like, she's successful.
What sense? Yeah.
What does it mean to you? So it is what you define it to be. Is it your career? Is it your business? Is it your finances? Is it your relationships? Is it your health? What would make you feel successful? Define that, like in the 7 key areas of your life, and then start working on it. And start living it. And that way you feel that thing that you think another person has that you don't have. You're going to start embodying it. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, and you have a sense of fulfillment as well.
Telling you, and satisfaction too.
Satisfaction, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure. I would say that as a woman who is starting this journey, because sometimes when I tell people to start from the outside in, people are always like, what do you mean? You should work on your inside. Let me tell you why. When you work from the outside in, there's something about seeing yourself in the mirror. You look good, you're glowing, it inspires you to work better on the inside. And then secondly, you feed off of compliments, because sometimes compliments are amazing. You walk into a place, someone says, oh, you look so good. You're inspired to do more. You're inspired to take care of yourself. Even sometimes you may have a lot going on inside, but you can do it hand in hand, right? You can wake up today and decide, say, you know what? I'm not feeling too good inside, but I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get maybe my brows done, my lashes, my facial. I'm just going to take care of myself today. Do you know that simple thing, it's external, but has a way of making you feel yummy on the inside. And then you can just say, you know what, this thing I'm feeling, okay, this is how I want to address it. So to all the women out there, take care of yourself. You're not doing too much. You deserve it. You deserve it, okay? Dress well, wake up and choose to look good. Not for the man, please. please, I beg you, not for the man. Not because you're competing with another woman, but for yourself. Let it feed your self-confidence. Let it make you walk into a room and own it. Not where you walk into a room and you're, self-conscious, wondering to take care of yourself, okay? Journal. It's a foreign concept. Foreigners brought it, all the self-care people brought it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's one of the most amazing things you can do. Putting your thoughts into paper, just writing, because it's just you. The way you feel, releasing all of that. It has a way of making you feel lighter instead of feeling heavy. And choose yourself. No matter how much you like that man, please, if it's not making you feel safe, if it's not making you feel loved, if it's not making you feel wanted and empowered, and you don't feel like this person is in your corner, it's not worth it. Absolutely not. That's it for me.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Those are parting words of wisdom. Parting words of wisdom to a woman who just wants to embrace elegance and femininity on her own lane. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. If you have one or two things that you learned, please drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share. Bye for now. Don't stop walking on your own lane.